Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 9th. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more awesome readers and astrologers. But let's see what we have coming up for you. Some sort of change, renovation, looking at updating things, I would say, in your life at this time. So don't be afraid to do that. Card of second chances. I always love to see that as well. But yeah, you have the Five of Spades coming up first. Some of you could be going through divorce or something along those lines, some sort of separation. This card can just represent that process. It doesn't really say anything about the process. It just says that you could be going through that process. And again, it's just, just that's what it represents. It can also just represent breaking free from something, which I do feel like is true for you. I feel like you could be breaking out of a cycle at this time. You also have the Ten of Spades as well. Ten of Spades can be about releasing a burden, kind of being able to do something that you wanted to do, or being able to kind of get out of something. And I apologize, but I've had something in my eye this entire time of doing all these readings. But anyway, we won't let the eye distract us, right? This card says that you need to try something new, and that it would be a good idea. But again, I feel like for you, more or less, this week is more about breaking free or feeling a new sense of freedom. That seems to be kind of like your main message here, just out of all these cards. So I do like to see that. Next, Nine of Hearts, again, a card of victory in reaching some sort of goal. So again, kind of falls right in line with that message. And it's a very good card of wishes and getting something you wish for. One thing I will say is that also Ten of Spades, this kind of popped into my head as well as I was moving on there. This card can represent feeling like you could be taken advantage of. I would say try to remove those thoughts, because again, maybe some of you are in like some sort of relationship that's new, and maybe you're like, you're not sure if somebody's trying to take advantage of you. I'd say push that stuff away, because again, it's probably not true. It's probably just like too many fears entering into your head. Same thing with business or something like that. I do feel like for some of you, maybe there's some sort of increase or something better happening in your money life, and again, you might then, that's when the fears kind of creep in when something improves. So again, try not to, don't put too much energy into that. Next, you have the Queen of Clubs. I feel like you're going to have a way with your words this week. I feel like you're going to be really good with just your words. I feel like you're going to be able to convince people of things, and I feel like you're going to be able to kind of get your way in a lot of ways. So don't be afraid to use your words at this time, because I think it will be very beneficial for you. Also a card of intelligence as well, and creativity. So, kind of rely on those things as well with whatever it is that you are working on. Next, you have the Eight of Clubs. I feel like you are confused, a lot of you. I have a lot of Capricorn in my chart, as many of you know, and I totally relate. I feel the confusion. I feel like I don't know what I want to do, and where I want to go in a lot of ways. So, definitely something to think about. This card says, don't be afraid to take the risks. Five of Spades, basically. It says that you have to take some sort of risk. I think that is probably the hardest part for Capricorn right now, is that anything Capricorn wants, it's probably a risk. It's probably, there's probably something scary about it, which you could say is true for all signs, but again, I feel like it's more for Capricorn. So just take the risk is what I would say. Next, Three of Clubs, getting second chances. Again, I feel like there are a lot of second chances for you. Also a very creative card. It says, use creative problem solving at this time to get what you want. And finally, Six of Diamonds says you are on the right path. So regardless of what happens, you are definitely on the right path. You're doing the right things that you need to do at this time. I do feel like all earth signs also need to open up more, need to kind of put themselves out there more in some way. So this is definitely a card of kind of not being shy, not being withdrawn, and needing to kind of put yourself out there more. I guess there's really no other way to say it. But this can be a card of like holding things in and not sharing things with other people, and this card says that can hold you back. It's a very good card of success, but again, it's a card that kind of has a flip side that says you need to open up to things. But I would say it looks mostly like a good week. I think that you're kind of like moving on from something, and you could be kind of like I said, releasing some burdens, or overcoming some past difficulties at this time, which looks really nice. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your week.